You liar. Is the iPhone 20 even out? Ha! No. But if Apple is to follow the timetable that they are following for the past decade or so, we should expect to see the iPhone 20 around September 2028. And it's going to be the hottest piece of tech around the time, given this is going to be the 20th installment. You can be sure that Apple is going to cook some stuff. You don't want to miss this. While people are going to be freaking out about the price tag, mostly here in Uganda, I don't know about other countries, I'm sure it's going to be crazy. I'm going to get it stress free. And guess what? I'm going to do a home makeover also. And this is going to be free. It's going to be paid by the bank. I'll be real. I've been a king of waiting for some money. Maybe I needed to buy a new device, new sofas, move. I've always been waiting for salary, been looking for money from friends, and people who are not so friendly. Maybe like a deal, you know. Anyway, with this in mind, let's see if we can actually not just plan for a phone together, but also do something more. Maybe you have some other goals. Maybe you want to travel around, you want to upgrade your laptop, you want to change a couple of things in the house, you know. We're going to go through this method here can work for you. So now I'm going to use Ugandan financial lingo to show you how this works locally. Maybe using like funds that we have locally here, like NSSF Smart Life and Zeno. However, all this applies anywhere in the world. The principles are the same. The vehicle may be different, but the principles are the same. So, if you're in the US or Europe or anywhere else in the world, you see the dollar equivalents that I'm going to put, that we'll have in brackets. But then you can also use, for the funds, you can use the equivalents you have over there. You could use a high yield savings account to save your money. You could use both IRA and index funds, all that stuff. You guys know better. Let's walk through this together. The first thing we're going to do is set a goal. What do we want to achieve between April 2026 now and September 2028? Number one, a new phone, a flagship phone. Okay. Number two, we want to also maybe change up a laptop and get a sensible, very nice laptop. Okay. Number three, we want to also do some changes in the house. Maybe get a new sofa set, electronics, you name it. Okay. We'll put some budget for that. And then there's going to be also some costs that are related to getting your money. Okay. So what we are going to basically do is we are going to be saving a little bit of money every month towards these goals. Okay. And as we save it, we're going to be getting some interest, getting some more money. And this interest at the end of the day, you're going to see that it's actually going to pay off one of these items. That you will just buy your phone and then it will pay for something else. You never know. It could be the Mac. It could be the home refresh. I don't know. So let's go and check this out. We are going to use, I've already mentioned it before, but we're going to use NSSF Smart Life. But you can also use Zeno. The only difference is that NSSF Smart Life will lock you in for a year, so you don't have to get any money, alright? You cannot withdraw your money for a year. Well, Zeno, you can withdraw it anytime. It takes around 3 days for you to actually receive back your money, and you can withdraw it anytime. I don't think that's what we want, because if we're going to achieve our goal, let's lock in this money. Okay. Now the next thing you have to choose, you're going to see that this money is actually little, and it's little compared to the goal you want to achieve. Okay. You're going to see normally flagship phones are around $1,200 or something like that. Okay, they start around $1,200, and with this method, you're going to be able to save that, including the amount of money that you need in order to, if you want to import it or you just want to buy it locally. All right. So an iPhone 17 right now is around, it could start from around 4 million to around 6.5. And this is all going to be in our goal. All right. We're going to be able to achieve this. All right. Let's work together. Okay. Now have our goals. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the help of a chatbot to model out what we want to do to get out our plan, and then actually see how to execute this plan. Okay, I'm going to use Google AI, but feel free to use any AI that you prefer. So the first thing we're going to chug in is our question. We're going to say acts as a financial analyst. All right, we want it to act as a financial analyst. I would like to achieve few goals in the next 2 years. Then let's actually put the time to September 2028 using the lazy savers method. That's a really cool name for it. So let's give it some context. Let's put the goals. Flagship iPhone 2020 to be released in 2028, and we are estimating it, at least in Uganda, let's estimate it to be 6.5 million. And then let's say we want a MacBook Air. If I say the iPhone 2020, iPhone 20, all right, MacBook Air 2028, latest chip, release date 2028, estimated, let's say it's estimated at 5 million. Okay, and the third thing we want is Home Makeover. We want to estimate it at around 10 million. Okay, then we just need some money out for safety. Let's say it's 3 million. Okay, 3 million, just because what if while we are getting this money out of one of the vehicles we're using, they charge us taxes. If they don't, then it's really good. Okay, I would like to save monthly for 24 months first, we want to save up to April 2028, and then leave the money to marinate for another 6 months until September 2028. It's just gaining interest. I would like to use the Smart Life service as the interest vehicle. Maybe 13.5% interest per year. So here comes the question. I need to generate a plan of how much I need to save every month towards my goals. Separate it. Okay, let me just make sure that these are towards my goals. Separate goal. I wanted to create a table that includes a few columns. Goal, the monthly save amount, the interest accrued, per month, total interest after months, total interest after 30 months, because remember we are going to be saving for 30 months. Okay, total principal is the initial amount, principal after months, total principal after 30 months. I think we have everything here. So I've asked it to create a plan. I've given it all our goals, and then I would like it to also generate a table for us to just see what's going to actually happen. Okay, so let's see, let it cook. So the goal is, after it has computed, it has found that the goal to reach is 17.5 million. So what I'm going to ask it is, for each line item and the plan, put the USD equivalent in brackets after the UGX amount, just so that everyone else can follow along. Okay, so here's the updated 2-year savings plan with USD equivalents. So the monthly saving goal will be 597,000, which is around $160. Then the total principal saved is going to be 14.2 million, which is $3,800. Can $3,800 get us what we want? Let's find out. And then the total interest we are going to earn is going to be $842, almost the price of the iPhone itself, almost. And so the final maturity value is going to be 17.5. Okay, So this is the saving plan. For the iPhone, I need to save $59 every month, which is around $222,000. And then the MacBook Air, I need to save $170,000 every month. The Home Makeover, I need to save $102,000. Safety fund is $102,000. So every month I need a total of 600,000 UGX, which is around $160. Guys, this is a lot of money. Please subscribe so that I can get this money. Okay? Yeah. Subscribe. Otherwise, you can already see this is the interest that it's going to bring. So it looks like small money, but after 24 months, the iPhone will have generated. The money for the iPhone will have generated 749,000. As long as I keep saving $259 every month. Imagine. The goal is $1,000. All I have to save is $59. Alright? Surely you can do that. Actually, the goal is $1,700. Okay? It's a bit more expensive in Uganda because you have to kind of ship the device in or buy it locally, and the prices are sometimes inflated. We just want to make sure we can still cover that. Then the MacBook Air, same thing. You can see that we have generated an extra 500K, 576,000. This is $154. Okay, to make this money here. So let's see. And that is how we are going to make this our goal. Okay. So just see how much money we are going to save ourselves. We are going to save 14 points, and we are going to get 17.5. And so you can see the difference here. So let's see the insights. Interest versus principal. Over the 30-month period, the interest covers roughly 18% of your total goal. Imagine. So you are going to save 18%, right? And you can see even just those 6 months have given us $300. Just the 6 months. If you are able to, let's say, even leave this, that 1 year, you're like, you know what, I would like something. Maybe I have a phone right now that I can use for another year. You can leave this money there to marinate for itself for another year, and you can see how much money you get. We can see if we asked, if I let it money marinate for another year, how much interest will it gain? How much will the total value be? And with this, if you extend the marination period by another year, taking your timeline from September 2028 to September 2029, your money begins to work significantly harder through interest. Right? So the additional interest you're going to gain is 631. The total interest the entire period is going to be this. The new total value is going to be this amount. So imagine you'd be able to cover your iPhone and have some. Same as Mac. Maybe you could even get a better one. All these you could get better ones. So the idea here is, if you can marinate it for a longer period, you will get even more money. And this money here, you can use it for anything you want. Yeah. So that's pretty much about it. Now, what I would like you to do after this is, it's not the best idea to keep all this money in just one account, right? it makes it more meaningful if you create different goals within NSSF Smart Life so that you can track them individually, right? So, for example, for the iPhone, that's one goal. For the MacBook Air, the Home Makeover, the safety fund, and you can make other goals. These goals can be anything you'd like, including maybe you'd like a new pair of sneakers. Put a goal for it. Maybe you have some trip you'd like to plan for. The longer time you leave this, it will get you more money. What does this mean? So the first thing is you have to figure out how to get every month 600,000 that you can save. I think it's I'm going to just use the words of one of was it Charlie Munger or was it Warren Buffett? Buffett. I think he said, in order to get to your financial goal, you should do anything. Beg, borrow, steal, don't steal. But the truth is you have to get something. Get a way to get this money. Start a side hustle, create YouTube videos, do anything. And make sure you get this money. Every time you get paid, first put aside this. Okay? That should be your whole goal. Before you think about eating, before you think about rent, before you think about first put this money aside. That is the only way to achieve. So we have looked at a plan for how we can achieve our goal. We've seen that it's very possible. All it's going to take is saving up 600,000 every month. If you want to keep updated to see how far I'm going with my goal, or if I've fallen off one more goal, subscribe. Otherwise, you can share this also with other people. If you find it valuable and you think that it's going to help them, please share it with them. And, just for kicks, because just give it a thumbs up. Okay? Otherwise, till next time.